Alright, I think that does it. I think we finally perfected time travel. So where do you want to go?
We could see the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Or
The height of the Roman Empire?
Oh yeah. No, that'd be cool. Caesar's go back and warn Caesar.
Watch over that Brutus guy?
Yeah.
Maybe go see some dinosaurs?
Oh, there's so much cool we could do with it. Yeah.
Wait, I think we should go back to that time in the one Japanese dynasty where there were no people whatsoever and the entire country was apparently overrun by shadow creatures?
Wow, I've never heard of that place. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, this whole era. I think I read about it in school once.
Oh, man, your schooling was so much better than mine. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of Digimon Ghost Game, The Witching Hour. As all of these episodes are very in-depth reviews, if you are worried about spoilers, you are being warned right here, right now, that this might not be the place for you if you're worried about that and may want to come back at a later time.
And hopefully it won't go on for a witching hour.
Yeah. So this one could. There's a lot of questions, possibly, in it. And so, with that warning in right out of the way, let's dive right into episode 19 of this season. We're over a third of the way in now. We're a decent chunk in.
We passed the equivalent of the Roar Sable Leolon for sabers.
Yeah. Digimon's well been taken care of, and they're moving into a bit of the Edamon arc at this point. Other seasons it's moved on quite a bit. And where are we in this one?
We are nowhere.
Don't worry, it changes. Yeah. Well, let's get started right into it. And as always, as you have to say,
the same narration from the narrator again. Literally same clips from the first 3 episodes. So little plot has happened that we can sum up everything with clips from the first 3 episodes without the viewer having missed anything of importance.
Pretty much. I mean, there's some Kulos and some Pokemon. There are some things, but not really. That,
I mean, some other have slight variations that go a little farther back, but I think this one is literally just the first 3 episodes narration.
And this episode starts with the formula.
Yep.
Even that's the same. We get some guy who's walking home from probably picking up groceries, or is going to pick up groceries, it sounds like.
Talking to someone, probably wife, but could be
who knows?
Could be sister, could be any number of people. But...
Yep, and asking about, what he needs to get. Okay, I'll be home, blah, blah, blah.
I'm not sure. Yes, I'll remember. I'll get it.
Yep.
Then we hear a high-pitched voice asking him, are you having fun? Are you lost?
And he definitely does not say yes. He does not agree to
any of these things.
Any of these things. And I'll take you someplace fun. And the little purple rings of data that we've seen these kind of rings.
Yeah.
Very often, all around this effect.
Yeah, Digimon make this happen in the real world in their series.
Yeah, but
why? What exactly it is?
And why all Digimon kind of have the same one almost? Yeah, we don't know. But it circles around him, and suddenly he disappears.
And geez, at some points, at least to me, the voice seems to become like nonsense because there's no subtitles and
things.
It
gets real high-pitched, gibberish kind of stuff, yeah.
Normally, well, I don't speak Japanese, so maybe it is, but the subtitles stopped coming, so I'm pretty sure it is just gibberish nonsense.
Mm-hmm. And it says that, now the fun can begin as he disappears. Okay. Given the voice, it doesn't sound all that threatening. But
and given the stories they've had, it probably does mean that I think it's actually giving them something fun.
But it just disappeared. We have no idea where. So we move over to Hiro talking to Gamamon. And it seems like he's giving him directions. And
yep, he's talking to him. He's giving him a little pouch and it looks like some kind of credit card or something in it. And a map. Yep. And he's saying, okay, so what do you do when you get to the store? Tell me about my chocolate. I want chocolate.
Yes. Because the store owner's going to have no idea what you want if you say champion.
Yep. You want to see what you are? Tell them I'm a hologram. Yeah, okay.
You're going to avoid crowded streets and all that. Yep, mm-hmm.
So it sounds like, it's... I like this little stuff with Hiro and Gamamon.
Yes.
This has probably been some of the highlights of the series, is the bonding between Hiro and Gamamon. And Gamamon growing a little bit by bit, it's looking like now.
Yeah. They have really started growing him past just the... I mean, he still has the I'm gonna cat on a Roomba moment.
Oh, yeah. I think he always will.
He always will, but he's at least got the...
he can at least, like, count now and,
Yeah. He's at least got the basics of stuff. And so, yeah, he's going to the store to get his chocolate on his own.
Yep.
But, of course, Hero's telling him, look ahead and, shout out for me if you need me.
Things go terribly wrong, shout out for me. I'll be there.
Are you coming with me? No, but I just might be nearby.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and, of course, he starts to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
And we cut over to Ruli, who's saying that this was actually her idea.
Yeah.
Like, Gamamon brought up wanting to do this, and she's the one that...
mentioned it to Hero that maybe it's time for...
She apparently talked to the store owner to say he might be coming, he's a hologram, it's okay. She says that she's the one that kind of helped set it all up, which is cool.
Yeah, they're all pitching in and trying to help him grow, which is nice.
Yeah.
A little bit of team bonding, which is good.
Mm-hmm. And as they're just standing there,
And Goramon mentions that as it's sunset now.
Yeah, it's a really intense sunset today.
It's a very pretty sunset, lots of reds and golds. And Goramon mentions that he's been reading a book about the witching hour, which is time of sunset, and you're more likely to meet something that's paranormal. And then he starts to get drowned out by that high-pitched noise again. But oddly enough, super hearing, super force sensitive Goramon does not hear this.
Doesn't seem to notice. He gets caught up in his monologuing.
I guess.
About what he's talking about.
Maybe his monologues and poems are just that important to him.
Yep.
But Ruli hears it.
Yeah, Ruli hears it and starts freaking out a little bit as it's drowning out Angoramon. That's all she can hear. And it's not until the very last moment where she shouts out Angoramon that he finally seems to turn over and notice anything. And she disappears.
Yep.
Again with the purple rings.
And kind of teleports away. And then the voice says something else, but Angoramon hears this one.
Yeah, now can hear it.
Why he didn't hear the other ones?
I don't know.
You'll be hearing that phrase from us a lot today.
I don't know, yes. And he's like, what was that?
But it's Angoramon. He does know.
He's just got to pretend for the audience.
Yes, that's right.
For the moment. And so we cut over to Jellymon and Kyo, who are also in on this. And they're following too. And it's like, okay.
How many people do we need for this?
Yeah.
And Jellymon tells us that, she wasn't really asked to, but she wants to do it because she thinks she can possibly help Gamamon and get him to owe her a favor.
Yeah. They'll have to owe her so they can... She can cash that in later. She's like, wow. You can be pretty low, Jellymon, sometimes.
Yeah, she's a bit of a brat at times. No doubt about that.
Okay. And they also see that up above on the catwalks and stuff. Yeah. Hero is also slowly...
He's still in the general area,
General area to keep an eye on him. And Gamamon's flying there, really looking intently at the map, trying to, not mess it up.
And actually, even before that point, you hear the voice of the little squeaky high-pitched voice again, and it was after Hero this time, and then he gets teleported away. Yeah,
real quick. Not a whole lot of pomp and circumstance to that one.
Just in this regard, they're moving along at quite the pace of this episode.
Yeah,
regard.
Yeah, this episode moves along, especially at the beginning there, yeah.
You know, we get to Gamamon across the street, and looking real intently at the map. It might be at this point he turns it upside down. I'm not sure he's got it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts up to his view, and not even 30 yards behind him are Kyosho and Jellymon straight out in the open.
Yeah, just literally in the street walking behind him.
Not even behind dumpsters or anything.
Nope.
So apparently Gamon's really focused on this map.
He wants that champion, man.
That's right.
Don't get between Gamamon and his champion. We'll get Kulus again.
So then we actually go back to Ruli, and we see where she is. And we're in a place that, color-wise looks similar since sunset with the...
Yeah.
I think she's into more the red section and Hero's into gold.
Yeah, but it looks fairly like Japan, really.
Yeah, it's actually kind of pretty with all the red hues and everything on it. But she's kind of in the alleyway looking outside, and there's a lot of human-shaped figures, but they're all kind of dark shadow-looking.
They're all silhouettes or shadows walking by. There's nobody else that has any detail or anything.
But they all look human, so visually it's not very off-putting. But however, the audios they use here really sets the dark, creepy, just not right tone.
Sets you on edge, and she can't load up a map, and
She can't
notice that there's no.
And audio-wise, it's often that there's literally no music or very low most of the time. When it focuses on these dark creatures, there's usually a static effect.
Mm-hmm.
There's no background sounds whatsoever. There's no birds. There's no wind rustling. There's no crickets. No trains. No traffic. Nothing like that.
So where are they?
What is this? Yeah. And I go over to Heroes in a similar place. Jesse's
in a different section.
Yeah,
it seems they're not.
But again, he's doing the same thing, looking for a phone, looking for a map, and and eventually. Yeah. And
so then we cut back to Digimon still looking at his map and
still trying to get his way there, and Jellymon and Heroes are hiding again.
They're actually hiding now.
Yeah, they're actually hiding now.
Yeah, after not, so okay.
Digimon's looking a little confused. This might be where he actually turns over the map. Yeah, he's a little confused.
Yeah, and starts to think which way to go.
And then
we finally meet another Digimon.
Yeah, we
meet
Piximon. Yeah, or as apparently the subtitles call him, Piccolamon.
Yeah.
We're going to keep calling him Piximon because otherwise we would call him Picklemon without a doubt sometime.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Because it's exactly how it was spelled in the subtitles and everything. Like, Pickle? Okay. I was known as Piccolomon, so...
Yeah, like the flute. Not the flute. Like the wind instrument.
Yes. And he comes right up to Gamamon.
Yep.
And just kind of flies there.
And talks to him a little bit, yeah. And Jellymon can't have any of this because she's worried that Gamamon will ask Piximon about how to get to the store, and he might tell her, and then she wouldn't be able to get
the favor. Yeah, no, Piximon hasn't even said anything at that point, and she goes charging out and has to, no asking for help. And Kyoto's all like, what are you doing? We can't.
No, it doesn't work if Gamamon knows we're here.
Yes. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And Piccolomon seems very happy to see them.
Yeah, very happy to see Kyosho in particular.
Yes. He's like, oh, you saved me the trouble of finding you. Me?
Yes.
So, okay, apparently he was specifically looking for these people. And quickly he talks about the bracelets.
Yep.
He knows about the bracelets. Okay.
Yep, and he gets the idea that if he sends them all to someplace fun, they'll be so happy that they'll give him the bracelets as a present.
Yeah.
So he explains that he sent Ruli and Hiro to a different time.
So this is supposedly time travel.
Yes, apparently Piximon can now send people through time.
As they're also talking, and Angoramon stops by and finally finds them and knew that it was Piximon. Because of course he knew.
I knew it was you. Yeah, of course you did.
Of course you did, Angoramon. That's just, you know everything. There's.
Yes.
I don't know how you know so much, but you always do.
So now that we got a concept as possibly being another time, we go back to other people. I know at some point, it was probably before then, he went around and really make sounds, but it's an old tower or something, apparently. Significant.
Hiro finds an old train station.
They're significant enough that they realize that this was something in the past. Not knowing, Japanese.
History.
Well, it didn't mean much to me. But
no. I didn't know about it.
But more interesting at this point, and what they've noticed is that for each of them, one particular of these shadow humans seems to have taken an interest in them. For Hiro, it appears to be looks like a train conductor, and really just some fancy woman with an umbrella.
Yep. And that's when we go to commercial break. So all this has happened.
Yeah.
Before the commercial. So I was like, okay, well, they're moving along. Things happen.
Yep. And now we get a little closer look at them, and it looks like, just one part of them's forming, coming in color. In both parts, it starts with, looks like an eye of both Hiro and Ruli. Now, there are two responses here, and both of them try a different one. Hiro sits there and tries to observe it and understand what's on it, and really says, "Screw this, I'm out of here."
Yes.
Now, I have no problem with someone doing that. However,
I would expect him to be swap.
Really, I would expect to face it down, ask questions, and do things, and Hiro would be, "No,
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case.
So they start to get unsettled by that, and the others are trying to reason with Piglamon of that's not fun. You're not giving them any
choice. Yeah,
they're not enjoying this. Why are you doing?
Bring them back.
Bring them back. And he's just like, nope,
not about the bracelets.
Nope, and they should be getting settled into their new time periods now.
You might be scared, but that's fine. But because when you start having fun, you get settled in.
I mean, I know a lot of the lore. Piximon is a trickster type, but how does he think they're having fun? How does he? Yeah. Where does he think he sends them?
Point,
what?
I mean, again, even if this is in the past, it could be interesting, but there are no humans here. There's no trains moving. There's no cars. What is this
place? Yeah.
This can't be the past, right? Something must have gone wrong, right?
Right, yeah.
But so we cut back to those two, and now that these things are forming more and more, and we get a hero face smiling at him. This is unsettling.
Oh yeah, no, I'm yeah. I don't want to see that face.
Yeah, no, that's not a face I ever expected to see on Hero.
No. And you can start to see Ruli's too, as she is now fully running.
Yep.
And just, I can't let that thing catch me, where he was like, are you me?
What's going on?
What's going on? And he finally looks down at his hand and realizes he's like becoming Shadow.
Yeah. Apparently it's very quick and very painless and unnoticeable. So I'm not sure if this is scary or less scary than some painful transformation, because it could sneak up on you, as it did here.
Yeah.
And basically as he gets looking at this and is very concerned about, the Shadow basically grabs him by the throat and throws him to the ground.
Yeah. And so, once again, we cut back a lot in this episode. We cut back and forth, because they're all split up. So then we're cut back, and
Gamamon's screaming for
Gamamon doesn't seem to quite understand what's going on. So Jellymon has to grab him and be like, Ruli and Hero disappeared. We will never see them again at this rate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, never see them again. This is going to get, like, Bokomon, he's going to think about that. He's going to get real dark again and get angry.
Upset.
And build up. We can get Kulos coming out again. And now he just starts shouting Hero.
And he says, if I ever needed him, he said just shout and he'd be there. Yeah. And I'm sure he'll do the same for me.
Which is a cute...
Which is a nice callback to the beginning of the episode. Well, Hero was interesting too, but this didn't bother me because it built it up from the beginning.
Yeah, so it was fine. And as Hero is succumbing to the Shadow, nearly completely engulfing him, he shouts back, Gamamon. And the bracelet,
the Digivice
glows a bright blue and opens a portal before Gamamon.
Now, we've seen Digivices do some pretty potent things before, so I'm not terribly upset about this. This is the first time it apparently goes through time, I think.
And yet, how is this through time? This is like another dimension, which actually the Digivices have done before, so I'd actually be more okay if they just said this is the Shadow Dimension. This is like something with the Dark Ocean or the Dark Area. You could have told me he sent him to the Dark Area, and I would have believed it far more than back in time. So they all
grab onto Gamamon,
and go through as Hero is completely Shadow now.
Yep.
And the creepy smile.
The Kumon is completely taking over his form. Yep.
And backs up, and everyone's looking at, the Hero's still in color, like, oh no, Hero's in danger. Amakawa-kun, or whatever.
Whatever his family name is.
Whatever exactly his last name is in trouble. And Gamamon immediately
flies to the Shadow one, hugs him, and brings him back to full color. I mean, I have no problem with Gamamon figuring it out fairly quickly, but a little bit of drama here, a little bit of making me... I love Black Atomon.
Yes.
A little bit of making me worry.
Yeah.
Something could go at least partially wrong.
A little bit of something. It doesn't just immediately dissipate. Yeah,
then on top of this thing kind of dissolves. Now, it doesn't delete like we saw in episode 13.
No.
It's not blue chunks that blow explosively out. It just kind of dissolves. So this isn't a human. This isn't a Digimon.
What are these things?
What is this thing in Kyo? You're the one who's always freaking out about Supernatural. This is Supernatural right in front of you. If there's ever a time for integer overload...
Overflow, yes.
overflow, whatever. It'd be now. No.
It doesn't really seem,
all that bothered by it in the grand scheme. At this point, Angoramon is, hey, is really here?
Yeah.
And Hero goes, who?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen
No.
Doesn't go who.
Yeah. And Piximon follows them.
Yeah, he's very upset that they are able to go through
time without his permission. Yeah.
Now, Piximon's here and does not look around going, wait, this isn't right. So this really is time travel.
This is where he meant to send them.
Yes. So, are these black figures something that's supposed to protect the flow of time, maybe? I don't know. But again, they've gone through time. Why are there no humans? Why is there no traffic? Why is there no noise? What part of time would this be?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the thing is, I don't know if we ever will.
And just given how the season's going, I'm not expecting a lot of answers in this episode.
No. Not at this rate. So, it's time to actually, apparently, fight Piximon.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, they're fighting an ultimate. All right. This'll be interesting. Wait, I know this season.
Well, first off, we have the two people who can Digivolve.
Yep.
Obviously, Tesla Jellymon and Betelgeuse.
Yeah, and Gamomon's like, I can fly!
Yeah.
And then Digivolves into battle.
And Tesla Jellymon goes, that one doesn't fly.
Don't worry, I can make it. Or something he said.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, doesn't look I can or I will. Or
yeah.
So they go after him and, looks like he flies.
He jumps real good.
He jumps really good, yeah, but
he goes
quite
way up there.
Yeah, he's right up with him. With the flying Angoramon and Tesla Jellymon.
And so they chuck their attacks at him, and Angoramon, apparently because this season, can't attack, because his tamer's not there to tell him what moves to use.
Yeah, true.
Because he doesn't use the tornado or anything. He doesn't actually attack.
He kind of eats the pixie pit bombs as they come in. Yeah.
Yeah, he counterattacks with the bit bombs. Just gets bam, just splattered against the. Well, okay, bounces off the building. Not quite splattered.
Ooh, that'd be nasty.
Oh.
And he goes, "Wow, that's really strong." And I go, "No kidding, it's an ultimate."
Yeah, if you know so much about Digimon, you should know what an ultimate is and what that means, Angoramon.
But don't have no fear. Tesla Jellymon and Betelgeuse will attack at the same time to combine their things, go right through the pit bombs, and smack around Piximon and throw him to the ground.
No problem. Yeah.
No issues.
I mean, it is kind of cool. She basically grabs the sword shot in her tentacles and spins it around at her electors. It is kind of
a cool looking scene.
Cool looking combo, but it's still an ultimate. That shouldn't really.
Yeah. And okay, it might maybe you could
maybe
stop
it
now, but you go through it and then take them down to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, you could counter the pit bombs with it, maybe, but actually defeating him,
Man, back to Ruli now.
Though at least at that point, Angoramon does slap him with an ear down to the ground to help. He does at least do something to help in this episode.
Yeah, and now we're back to Ruli, who's the shell creature has cut up to her and grabs her by the wrist. And now Ruli, I'd expect again to slap it, kick him in the knees.
Yeah.
Something, but no.
No, she just kind of stands there. And
it's kind of like with the hero way back in episode 3. He's 85 pounds soaking wet, kick him in the knee.
Yeah.
But no, she doesn't fight back again. For someone who's so adventurous and was willing to chase the Weedmon out easily enough, many times she's not real willing to fight.
Yeah. And so she also, last-ditch effort, calls out to Angoramon. And once again.
And rinse and repeat,
And he's calling out to her to try and,
The Digivice remote opens, they'll grab on to Angoramon. They go in there. They instantly know what to do, so he puts his hand on her head. Resets her, dissolves whatever that thing is.
Yeah. The Shadow Clone.
Everything done.
I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
And once again, Piximon's not happy.
Yeah, Piximon at least is not done.
Yes.
At least he has a little bit of fight left in him.
Yep, he is back. And the weird thing that he says here when he comes back is, he says the other people that he was playing with told him about the people with the bracelets, and that's why he wants them. So who knows about the bracelets that he's talking to? Because there's very few humans who seem to know about these.
Remember,
there's a few Digimon, but not that many either. Well, I mean, Digimon there killed off a whole bunch of them. So maybe there's not as many Digimon around anymore. I don't know. But
there's also what does a fully materialized Ultimate Digimon care about these?
Yeah.
They can travel through time.
Yeah.
Care about a Digivice.
If it can travel through time, does it really have a problem getting back to the digital world? I mean, it seems like it. That's what it wanted. It should be able to, I would think.
The only thing I'm thinking at this point is this Shadow World. Is it the digital world's past? But then why wouldn't there be like trainings and why would there be human things?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't there be just a bunch of baby Digimon opposed? So I don't think it's that either.
There's a lot of things that don't happen in this episode.
But anyway, he says, "Well, I'm sick of you people, so I'm going to go back in time and see that you never exist. Whoa.
Okay. How are they going to stop that? I mean, that's a good trick.
Yeah, that's pretty potent. Even for I know it's an ultimate, but wow.
Okay, yeah.
So it disappears into time, and they're kind of looking around, going, "What do we do about this?"
Yeah, there's not much they can.
No, there's not.
But shortly afterward,
Digimon appears again, looking like he's been roughed up pretty bad.
He's like smoking and looks a little beat up. Yeah.
And he looks at Digimon and goes, "What
were you? Oh my God, you were terrifying. You're horrible." He's just like, "Oh."
Digimon, what? Battle Digimon, I don't got blue.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I gotta see what you turn into and how this goes on. So apparently he disappears again into the future. And then Charlie appears back and goes, "Oh my God, you are so amazing! You're awesome! I want to be your best friend!" The power of friendship wins again out of nowhere.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Is this the horror season? Is this like the high stakes season? Horror or not?
I mean, yeah, you're freaking me out with the audio and the ominous footsteps that echoed where they shouldn't echo. And now everybody's best friends again.
Yes. Singing Kumbaya. I mean, just what?
So because he's his best friends, he's glad to send them all back and all the people sent back. Because anything for his new friends.
His new bestest friend, yep. I just... okay. I mean, now they have a time-traveling friend.
He's a good friend to have, apparently.
You could definitely do something with him. Because we've seen so many other Digimon come back at this point. Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm okay without adding more time travel.
Yeah, you don't add time travel 19 episodes in and make it a regular thing.
Yeah,
please don't.
No. This does not need to be the one thing you finally bring back.
Yeah. But we cut back to the human world, and Gamon's coming out of the snack shop.
Yeah, he did it.
With his chocolate. Yeah.
He got his chocolate, yeah.
He's champion. And Pixelmon tells him what a great job he did and all that, and really talks about how glad she is that it's actually night for once.
Yep, and then Gormon has his poetry.
Yep. Because apparently the witching hour really had something to do with it, but again, Pixelmon looked like anything was out of ordinary when he went back in time with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was, because that wasn't Japan.
No, it has to be something like I said, like the dark area. It has to be like Wachelny or, Iliad, something really weird.
But yet Pixelmon was convinced he could go back and remove someone from time. So it had to be time travel, right? And, he got roughed up by the Gamamon, which seems to be like, gee, Gamamon was not a good person before Hero's dad got a hold of him. In
our episode 13 review, we had the idea is maybe Kulos more of what he really was.
So, I don't know what to make of this episode.
If something comes of it, I mean, you could do some things, but I'm assuming this is going to be like every other episode, that it's going to just be forgotten and not really...
I mean, the fact that apparently there is supernatural in this world now.
Yeah.
Or there was. And it went away in time. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a real head-scratcher, this one. This is, Yep. And so we get our preview.
Yes.
Of the next episode. Which is about a theme park holding you hostage.
I think I saw this in 2020.
Yeah. But do they open the fridge?
Yeah, that was a different episode. No.
I thought that was that episode. Oh, no, that was...
No. That was the fruit one.
That was the fruit one, right? Anyway, we're off topic there. But, yeah. So, the Prison of Fire? Yeah, episode 20. Weston shows up, apparently.
Yep, apparently he's more important than Klaus now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's got Saberdramon.
Yes. Certainly looks like it.
I think there's one other one, but it's definitely Saberdramon.
Yes.
And
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
You're losing me, Season. You really need to step it up here.
We need a plot arc. I mean, even a two-parter would seem amazing at this point.
Yeah.
Gee, there's enough stuff going on in this episode. You could have made 2 to 3 episodes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't.
Yeah. But, well, I think that's long enough for today.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening to us rant. If you made it this far into the video, we really do appreciate you stopping by and listening that long. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of Digimon content from us. And remember, always, everyone, until the next one, remember to be awesome. Bye for now.